Okay, switches and receptacles. Now, if we come here to systems and we go to device and electrical fixtures or lighting, which would be light switches and things like that. So let's look at electrical fixtures. And you'll have to load a family. And these are uh, in electrical, MEP this time. Okay, now I want to show you. Don't just watch what I'm doing here, okay? Electric power will have all the outlets under terminals. Okay, and so here you've just got all kinds of different things. So let's look at the duplex receptacle, which is what I had here. Now, I'm going to place one right here on the wall. And you see what it did? It puts in a model of a receptacle outlet that has the box that goes in the wall and the switch plate that goes on it. It also has the voltage and the amperage for it and all kinds of information. So if you're doing a true electrical plan, this is what you would use because you want to be able to assign these things to circuits and then be able to bring them all into an electrical panel and all these kinds of things. Most architects are not going to do that. Now, if you're working for a place that's doing electrical design, yes, you're going to do stuff like that. Residentially, it will never, ever, ever be done. Okay. The problem being is that what you see is that right there. And then you have to come back with an electrical tag to tag it as a duplex outlet so it shows up like this. It's just too much extra work. So we're not using those. What we are going to use is a component and you'll have to load it and it'll show up like this in your 3D modeling. Okay, if you do a 3D view, it'll show up like this, but it gives you the regular outlet symbol. Okay, and so now that you can do it here under model component, or you can do it under architectural component. And so what you do is you want to load a family, and these are under electrical, architectural, electrical power, terminals, and here they are here. You got your duplex, which is your standard, oh, that's a floor outlet, sorry. Outlet duplex, which is the standard wall plug, GFI, range. You're going to use all three of these. And then you use the switch single and the switch three-way. So you can go ahead and load all of those at one time if you want to. Okay, when you go to place these, I got to find where they were now. Let me go down to O's, outlets. Oh, there we go. Okay, so an outlet duplex single. And it's a wall-based model, so you have to place it on a wall. Okay, and so then you just click them there and you're in mode, so you can just go ahead and boom, 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 click them all the way around. Okay, and place them in the rooms. Now, the only caveat to those is some of them, like the one here for the refrigerator, it should be at 4 feet above the floor. Okay, same way for the one for our wall oven, it should be at 4 feet, and the washing machine really should, you can put them at 18 inches. It sure makes it easier if it's above the washing machine. Doesn't matter. Okay. The one for the stove, the cooktop, and the dryer. These are 220-volt outlets. And so what you can do is use the outlet range single, okay, and place it and then go edit type. And under the label, it has the letter R as a default. Just delete that out. And deleted it, hit spacebar, whatever, enter so that it's empty. So you don't get the R showing up. You just get the 3 prongs, and that donates it as a 220 volt outlet. Okay, so you're going to place all of these things. This one is just a standard duplex, and I put the text WP for waterproof or weatherproof. For the switched outlets, what I did here is I put a regular duplex, and then I did a filled region to demonstrate that. Okay. Light switches are the same way. The default height on them is 3'9" 3/4. That's the bottom of the switch. So you place them. It gets a little tight right here. I don't know how that's going to work with the side lights and, like 2 inches of space there. I don't know, that's a problem that somebody's going to have to figure out. Okay, so you place all the switches. And all of the receptacles, and it's just basically going room by room, making sure you're getting things in the right places as you go around. Okay. Now, the two that were a problem were the ceiling mounted ones. Oh, before I do that, the ones in the island. This is an annotation, and I'll show you, because these are wall-based. The regular outlets are wall-based, and we don't have a wall around our cabinet, so we couldn't use this here at the island. And we also can't use it in the ceiling. So what I did here is I took the one that I just showed you a while ago not to use. Well, we're going to use it here in the garage. So when you load it, you're going to load it from not the architecture side, but the MEP side, and choose the standard duplex receptacle. And when you go to place it, you want to choose the ceiling work plane. You're not going to place it. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, so there we go right there. You see, the default is vertical face, and that would probably work in the cabinets in the kitchen. I'm going to go place on face. Oh, I got to be in reflected ceiling plan. Sorry. Place on face, and see now it's picking up the ceiling, and so it places it. Because I'm looking up at it, it's showing the symbol. But when I go to my electrical plan view, it doesn't show the symbol. So what we're going to do is we're going to load a symbol, and you'll load family. And these, of course, are in annotations, electrical, and it is the duplex annotation. Okay, and so you can load that and open it, and then you just place it next to it. If you need a label for it, you could do the label. Okay, and so now that, I'm going to go ahead and delete that. That is what I used here. It's a duplex annotation. And I just did text. You could probably type in the label there and put GFI on it. Okay, so that's got outlets, I do believe. Okay, now the wiring is under systems, and right here, wire. And sometimes you use arc. Most of them I'm using spline wire. Okay, and you basically pick your start point, like at the corner of the switch. And if you're using spline, you pick some points, and you click your last point and hit escape, or right click and cancel, and it'll draw your line for you. What this is indicating is the wiring going from a switch to a light. So it's showing the contractor which light is going to be controlled by which switch, is basically all it's doing. It's not telling him how to run it or what direction or anything like that. It's just which switch controls which light. Okay, and so you'll want to do those. It gets a little crowded in some of the things, but we have a switch going to the fan, a switch to the light. Okay. Um, Smoke detectors. Okay, smoke detectors. We've got two of them here. Those were under device, fire alarm, and it's a smoke detector plane. And you want to do those in the ceiling plan because they're a ceiling mounted smoke detector. Okay. And that, that is all of that. So it's a 1/4 inch scale. You'll create a new sheet, and it's going to be E1, first floor electrical, and you place your electrical plan view in there. It should look beautiful, just like that, kind of, sort of. Okay. It should show your switches, your switch legs, your receptacles, your lights. Um, this is the only one that's not showing up well, but it's there. So, okay. Then we're going to create a legend. And I'm going to pause this video and come back with another one for the legend.